What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. And ladies and gentlemen, to say I'm speechless is an understatement. We just had a game against the LA Lakers and I openly admitted what I wanted to see was just a tougher competitive battle. I wanted to make sure that people that tuned in this game, whether they're Lakers fans, neutral fans, or just fans all across the world, just decide, hey, you know what, I want to watch this game. I wanted those fans to see what the Bulls are all about, to finally put some respect on this Bulls team's name, and to just show the rest of the world that we are heading in the right direction. Even if that happened in a loss, I would have been satisfied with that outcome. But clearly the Bulls weren't. The Bulls weren't satisfied with a loss. Not only were they weren't satisfied, they went above and beyond to shut my mouth, to prove me wrong, to say, hey, Aiden, no more expecting losses. It's time to start believing that this Bulls team can win against any given team on any given night. You should not be counting the Chicago Bulls out. That's exactly what we saw today. So without further ado, let's talk about the amazing game that we witnessed between the Bulls and the Lakers in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about these Chicago Bulls, their game today, your player of the game. And honestly, I don't know who my player of the game is. I'll say that right now, I got no clue. Too many amazing performances here. It is hard to pick. But we won this game 146 to 115. Now you might look at that scoreline and say the Bulls absolutely destroyed the Lakers. Well, look, we had a fantastic second half. An amazing second half. And that's when the Lakers kind of gave up on the game, especially in that fourth quarter, right? But my goodness, we cannot take away what the Lakers can bring. The Lakers were on fire offensively. Luka Doncic had 29 points in that half of basketball. Usually, if someone has 29 points in a game, you're calling them and giving them the player of the game. Luka had that in a half of basketball. He helped carry that Lakers team to a very strong half. And the Lakers didn't do that badly the entirety of the game. 115 points is a very respectable scoreline. But the Bulls were on another level today. We did amazing things in this game. We did things that put a smile on my face. We played some really smart basketball. Not only did we limit our turnovers, which is always going to be a big problem with the amount of passing that we do as a team, but we had like 37, 38 assists in the game, and we exploited the Lakers on the defensive end. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I told you so, because at the end of the day, the Lakers have proved me wrong in a lot of ways. I thought for a while the Lakers would not be a good defensive team. And yes, they gave up 146 points to the Bulls, which you might make the argument that wasn't a good defensive display from them. But I feel like even though they have proven a lot of people wrong and they are a defensive team, they're a good defensive team. At least, you know, a good one. Not great, excellent, elite, but they're good. They've proven a lot of people wrong in that aspect, but the Bulls exploited what they were offering on the defensive end. And I'll give you a prime example of this. I'll take a quick look at the stats, but I don't think I need to tell you that the Bulls dominated the paint today. And I don't feel like it was close, but once again, we'll take a deep look at this. We had 74 points in the paint to the Lakers' 42 points in the paint. I want to tell you how we exploited the Lakers. And it starts with the centers. I think the fact that we had two centers out there in the game, both of them played very respectable, by the way. Vucevic played a decent game. Zach Collins also played a decent game. But they both can shoot well from the perimeter. And they caused the threat from the three-point line. Not to mention, of course, when you have five players out there that can shoot the three at a good level, it puts a lot of pressure on the spacing of the Lakers. And that's where we took advantage. Because yes, Vucevic, when you look at it, 12 and 12 is not the best game you'll ever see from him. Zach Collins, I think he had 9 points and 4 rebounds, or 3 rebounds with 4 assists, which is a pretty decent game for a center off the bench. But that created space for everybody else to drive to the rim. That's how Kobe White had 36 points in this game. That's how Josh Giddey had an unbelievable near quadruple-double performance, because the lanes were open for these players to drive right in there, because there is no rim protection when you got centers that can shoot the three. The paint was open at all times, and we took advantage of that. I could talk about the Bulls' three-point shooting. shooting. Yes, it is always a fantastic result to see the Bulls shoot 46% from the three-point line and make 19 of them. That is a fantastic outcome. And yes, the three-point shooting is definitely a big help. Buzelis making 5 threes, Coby White shooting some deep threes, some transition threes, Vucevic making some corner ones. You know, a lot of guys making threes. That's obviously an amazing thing to see. But I think what made that so amazing is because we got majority of our points in the paint first, and we were able to take advantage of the weaknesses in the Lakers defense, and that was in the paint, interior defense, no center presence in the paint because we have their centers occupied on the perimeter, and the second thing was our transition points. Now, we are not normally a good transition team in the sense of we don't get many points off of turnovers and we hit them on the break. We don't do that. We don't do that enough as a team that plays as fast as they do. But today we did that. And I think that's an exploitation of the Lakers defense. They do not run back on defense. Luka Doncic, I don't think I've seen him run back on defense since he's been in the NBA. As talented as he is, everybody can admit that is something he doesn't do. LeBron James, I mean, this season, you could make the case he does run back on defense and he does put a shift in defensively. I think he's played better defense this season than previous seasons. But, you know, you've got two players there that sometimes will slack off getting back on defense. And the faster teams take advantage of that. And the Bulls did that as well. The commitment to the rebounds and the running out in transition, in my opinion, is the key. That's where all the 50-50 balls were won as well, in my opinion. It's just that we played harder. We played harder and faster than the LA Lakers did. That was the key to the victory. The Lakers have the talent. There is no doubt about that. But the Bulls, I think, worked harder. And that has been the sequence of all their victories. They have been outworking teams on the defensive end, on the offensive end, in the rebounding battles, in the 50-50 balls. The Bulls are winning these areas. And that is allowing us to execute the way that we want to execute. And it's also allowing us to win those tougher competitive games where things may not be going our way. Thankfully, today, things went our way, and we take advantage of that. Individual stats-wise, I mean, we have some unbelievable players to talk about. Let's start off with our rookie, Matas Buzelis. 31 points, career high. 1 assist, 2 rebounds, made 5 threes. I think he was 100% from the field when it comes to the 2-point range as well. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And a lot of the times he had the toughest defensive assignment alongside of Patrick Williams. We'll get to Patrick Williams later. I cannot stress how amazing he was in this game. And I had Lakers fans come to me, obviously my friends that are Lakers fans, come to me and ask who this kid is. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted from this game. I wanted people to come to me from my friends group, from random LA fans that don't have a clue about the Bulls and ask who our players are. Talk about how amazing they played. That's what I wanted. That's why I think this game was so important. And now you're starting to get people asking about Matas Buzelis. I had 2 people ask, who is this kid? Why is he playing so good? What is he good at? What is he bad at? Studying him. It's brilliant. That's what, when you play teams like the Lakers, that's what you get from them if you can win and you can impress. And we did that today. So congratulations, Matas Buzelis. I mentioned Vucevic's 12 and 12 performance, 5 assists. Again, it's not a typical Vucevic performance, but what he was able to bring to the team, in my opinion, is very understated and very underrated. Thank you, Nikola Vucevic. Coby White, balling out once again. His 12th straight game with 20-plus points, and he had a 36-point night in this one. Made some unbelievable shots, got to the lane in transition, went to the paint, went to the foul line, and knocked down his threes. He's really putting it all together on the scoring end. Last season, he had a near all-star performance, all-star season, and a lot of it was shooting threes. It was a lot on the three-point line. I think Kobe's game, I'm not saying he didn't get to the paint last year. He definitely did. His drag step and his pump fakes were elite last year. It's starting to come a little bit more together over the last few weeks for Coby White, and he's been brilliant to watch. Josh Giddey, nearly quadruple-double here. 15 points, 17 assists, 10 rebounds, and 6 steals. This is 8 steals, actually. I think this is like a 2K stat line. If I had this stat line on NBA 2K25 in a My Career game, I'd be thrilled. It's unbelievable. What a great game from Josh Giddey. Set the tempo, was really good in the plus-minus as well. Unbelievable. I want to give a big shout-out to Patrick Williams as well. He had a 14.3 rebound, 3 assist performance, but I want to give a shout out to Patrick Williams defensively. Because my man did not catch a break on the defensive end. He had to guard damn near everybody. He had to guard LeBron James for most of the night. When LeBron James was off the floor, he had to guard Luka Doncic. And when Luka Doncic was off the floor, he had to either go back to LeBron. There were certain moments where he switched on to Austin Reeves. I mean, the guy couldn't catch a break. He literally was the anchor, in my opinion, today on the defensive end. And that cannot be ignored. Again, it's not the 25-10 rebound performance you want to see from a superstar player. I know Patrick Williams isn't going to get to that level, but it's a great performance from a teammate and a team player that did put it all out on the line defensively today. Unbelievable. Dalen Terry with another great night. Again, really like to see his improvements. It's still a bit iffy, still a bit, sometimes he does things that make you wonder why did he do that. But yeah, all in all, really good night for Dalen Terry. You got, again, Zach Collins. Even Javon Carter had 2 points in this game. So we put the pieces together and we walked away with a pretty incredible victory. And like I said, I honestly don't know who my player of the game is, but when I'm looking at a near quadruple double, I feel like I have to give it to Josh Giddey, but I feel so bad. Buzelis with a career high nights. Kobe White with 36, and I'm giving it to Josh Giddey because the man just did everything on the floor today. I don't think I would have ever expected Josh Giddey to get 8 steals in a game alongside of a triple-double. He has to go to Josh Giddey. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I just thought he was that good today. And honestly, if you could give it to anyone, I'd give it to Javon Carter if you like. It doesn't matter. We won the game and we did it in amazing fashion. With that being said, I think we have one more game in this West Coast trip. It's against the Denver Nuggets. I mean, I'm on a pretty big high with that Lakers victory. If we could beat Denver alongside of that, I mean, the sky's the limit if we could do that. But I'm pretty satisfied with how this West Coast trip has gone. I really couldn't ask much more from this Bulls team. To beat the Sacramento Kings, to beat a team you expect to beat in the Jazz, to beat the Lakers, with LeBron and Luka healthy, at least healthy enough to play. I mean, great. It was a really great night. We'll see what happens against Denver. That should be an interesting game. And that's it for this video today. See you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.